Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this world. Um, my name is GB with glasses, pretty much like the letters G and B. But yeah, anyways, um, this is my debut series of player breakdowns for top 76 players in the NBA. I've noticed, like on YouTube and other um, media sources, there hasn't been like a very thorough breakdown of players in terms of stats. So I just like to give it a try. So here we go. Um, I started off with LeBron James because apparently he's very polarizing. So there's been quite a bit of uh, debate whether he's like top one or top two or top five or top 10 or not even top at all, like um, based upon rumors and stuff. But other than that, I'd rather just go directly into stats, year by year or overall, see how it goes. Um, this is a project that I've been working on for months behind the scenes, on and off. Mainly as it started as a hobby. It still is a hobby, but anyways, I decided to give it a shot and see how it goes. So basically, what you see on the screen right now is the main page where I'm gonna have every top player pop up in the NBA. Their complete stats all into one comparable spreadsheet. It's gonna be like very large at the end of the project. I just got done with LeBron James early this morning, like 2, 3 in the morning. Um, Finally updated after the Oklahoma City Thunder series. So hopefully, all the stats that were compiled over the months and weeks, um, pretty much, yeah. So yeah, here we'll start off. Um, we'll go with the game logs. Forgot to use the panes. There we go. As you can see, I've been keeping track pretty much from sources like from Basketball Reference, ESPN, NBA, and Wikipedia for the more obscure um, things, mainly from the past, but it's a very reliable source. Um, Helped me figure out like seeding in terms of playoffs and stuff, but um, I've kept track of the date of the of each team, um, how many days were in between games, if it were a back-to-back game, game number. If it was an away game, I would have the at sign, or a home game, it would be completely blank. The opponent, the results, if it was a loss or a win, note would be pretty much any overtime game, double overtime, triple overtime, etc. Um, Team score, the opponent score, the difference in points of the score, um, the team's win and loss after each game, the winning streak or losing streak, depending on how it goes. Then for game stats, I have GS, which is game started, minutes played, um, in both in two forms. One for decimal, one in 60-second increments, like minute and second. Then I have the field goal percentage, 3 point percentage, free throw percentage, then the rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, personal fouls, points, box plus minus in game. And then for game score, I decided to break down Hollinger's formula into three categories plus the original um, formula. Offense, which basically points, field goals, free throws, offensive boards, assists. Then defense would be, for example, steals, blocks, defensive rebounds. Um, and then MTP is an acronym for misses, turnovers, and personal fouls. Um, so basically, any misses, like field goals attempts, 3 point field goal attempts. I don't think 3 point field goal attempts are uh, in the formula. No, it's not. So it's just field goal attempts and free throw attempts. Difference of the formula. So yeah, and then personal fouls. That's also up, negative, and turnovers. And then the total would be pretty much the original formula. So um, it took me a while to break down each individual stuff. And then on the next set of columns, I decided to break down even more so for the entire total of the season, home games, away games, overtime games, against non-playoff opponents, against playoff opponents, against Eastern teams, against Western teams. I decided to also go below 500 teams, over 500 teams. And then to even break down even more, broke it down between those teams that were less than 30 wins, 30 to 34, 35 to 40, etc., by fives, all the way to 65 plus. And then even further beyond, I also decided to go um, by the differentials. If a team won by 1 to 3 points, 4 to 9 points, 10 to 19 points, 20 points more, even the same with the losing. So 1 to 3, 4 to 9, 10, 19, 20 plus. And then below that, I have playoffs for the totality of the playoffs, totals, averages, and per 36. I also did that with season, so I won't forget that. Then breakdowns for first round, conference semis, conference finals, NBA finals, and even did the win by 1 to 3, 4 to 9, 10, 11, 19, 20, and then losses, same thing. And then the third set of pages, I decided to break down even more, like how many times the player faced a specific team, how many times the team actually faced that team, the playoff seeding, um, the division seeding, which division they are, which conference they are. For the older players that don't have conferences, it'll be um, that division will just have Eastern or Western, and then I'll have it Eastern and Western, the same thing in conference because it's quite a bit of maneuvering with the formulas. If I decided to just leave the conference blank, so I'd rather just copy and paste. Anyways, I have the teams all sorted down by the end of season standings with their wins, losses, percentage, games back, and then for the player that faced that specific team, how many games they started overall, how many wins, how many losses, same thing with their home and away, um, and then totals for each team. Basically, a breakdown of what that individual did against that specific team, um, and then the averages of what they did against that specific team. So overall, it was quite an undertaking in terms of time and patience to manually put in all the information. It did take quite a while. And now, switch to the career tab, and yeah, pretty much have position, height, weight, birthday, draft pick, round, year, and then the age, position that they played in that season, the year of the season, what the starting date of the season was, and the last day that the player played in that season, and the length of time that that season lasted. It ranges. It depends if they lasted for the season or went into playoffs. And then the next set of columns have pretty much accumulated all the information, like how many All Star games they attended, how many times they started, if they were All Star MVP, and then season MVP, how many times they were not rated in the rankings for the MVP race, how many first place votes, how many first place votes were available, and how many points they got for MVP, how many points available, and then the share percentage. I believe up to a certain year, players voted on other players, but except that they can vote on themselves. So other players voted for MVP up to I think a certain year. It was like in the 1900s, I think 1970s, 1980s. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, the media took over the voting after that. Um, then I have Defensive Player of the Year, their ending rank, how many times they were not ranked, first place votes available, points that they earned, points available, and then share percentage. And I did the same thing with Six Man of the Year, Most Improved Player, All NBA, first team, second team, third team, and not ranked. How many points and all the good stuff. All defensive team, either first or second team, or not ranked, and then how many points they obtain for all defensive. And then I have rookie of the year, if they won it or not. First place votes available, how many points available, and the share percentage. If they were the all rookie team, if first team, second team, how many points they got out of that as well. And now the team records of what the team actually did when the player was with the team. Still haven't decided like how I'm gonna do if a player's been traded, but I'll come to that when the time comes. But yeah, um, the conference record, conference seed, the division seed, what division they played in, what team they played in, um, the team overall record, the home record, the road record, um, how many wins they won without the player being in game. Same thing with the losses. Um, like for LeBron James, overall the teams were 1141, 708. Um, without LeBron playing it, the teams were 93 and 134. Most of the time, the team actually struggled uh, without LeBron, um, except for a couple seasons. And towards the end of, like towards the twilight years of LeBron's years, like the later part of his career, especially in Los Angeles, they were like at 500 or better. Season totals. This is actually a compilation of all the stats that the player accumulated. How many wins, how many losses, how many games played, how many games missed, the durability percentage, which is basically the percentage of games that they were available, how many games they started, how many minutes played, field goals, all the good stuff. With LeBron, he won over 1,000 games, 574 losses, played in 1,622 games, missed 227 for a durability of 87.7%, 61,000 minutes, 15,000 field goals, 31,000 field goals attempts, with a 507 field goal percentage, 348 for the 3-point percentage. Free throw percentage 73.7%. Plus minus overall 7,500. 43,000 points in the season. Personal fouls 2,800. Turnovers 5,650. Blocks 1,185. Steals 2,417. Assists 12,016. Uh, hmm. Offensive rebounds only 1,800 offensive rebounds. 10,000 defensive rebounds for a total of 12,000 total rebounds. And the PR is their player efficiency rating for the season. You might have noticed that there are black squares with white text. Those are the ones where he did not qualify for not qualified, but more like didn't play enough games to warrant a listing in the averages. And from qualified players, QP, those are all qualified players that have played more than 10 minutes per game. I believe it's 60 or 55 games that one would have to play in order to qualify. I'm not sure, but basketball reference, I took the rankings from, and I just sorted by qualified players. Um, for the times that LeBron did not qualify, I actually had to sort out by every player that played more than 10 minutes um, in the season, like 10 minutes per game in the season. So basically, in the beginning of his career, he was pretty decent. What I've noticed is that personal fouls, he was like ranked near the bottom, or yeah, pretty much at the bottom of personal fouls. Offensive rebounding, very poor in the hundreds, or upper 90s. 3-point percentage, very bad as well for most of his career. Logged in a lot of minutes, put up a lot of shots. Field goal percentage, beginning he kind of a little struggle, but not bad. Towards the end of his career, it's like seems quite a bit off. Free throw percentage, it's been very bad throughout his career. Turnovers, he's pretty much near the top of every year, and that's just for the totals. Average wise, pretty much 37 minutes per game, 9.8 field goals per game, 19.4 assists, 50.7% field goal percentage, 34.8% field goal percentage, 737 free throw percentage, 1.1 offensive board, 6.3 defensive board, 7.5 rebounds total per game, 7.4 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.7 blocks, 3.5 turnovers per game, only 1.8 personal fouls per game, averaging 26.8 points, with a plus minus of positive 4.6. Game score of 22 on average. Um, but yeah, it's pretty interesting how his career has gone. Um, his rookie year was pretty bad. Average game score 14 and a half. Towards the end, this last season, 18 that just ended. But yeah, that's quite a bit. And then season averages, um, again, very low in terms of field goal percentage for early part of his career, and then got better towards the prime and early LA years, and dipped again at twilight. 3-point percentage has been iffy. Free throw percentage has been really bad, like in the 90s, hundreds. Last few seasons been really bad. Offensive boards near the bottom or middle. Defensive boards been pretty much top 30 for most of his career. Top 20 total rebounds, top 30, top 40. Assists has been consistent at top 20. Um, Steals, again, top 20, except for the latter part of his career. Blocks has been pretty mediocre, like in the middle of the pack. Personal fouls at the bottom, turnovers at the very top, points near the top for most of his career. Then per 36, have 9.4 field goals, 18.6 attempts, 507 field goal percentage, 1.6 threes out of 4.5 attempts, 348 percentage, 5.2 free throws out of 7.1 free throw attempts for 737. But yeah, it's pretty much somewhat decent numbers from what I see. Rankings per 36, again, very similar to the averages, near the top for field goals and field goal attempts, uh, middle or near bottom for field goals percentage, same with 3-point percentage, middle, bottom, a half. Free throw percentage has been middle of the NBA or the lower half. Offensive boards, lower half. Defensive rebounds, upper half, upper quarter. Assists, mainly top 30 for most of his career. Steals, from what I see, um, in the early part of his career, top 40. And then towards the end of his career, um, barely hanging on to top 100, or even lower than 100 at the last during his LA years. Blocks, same thing, decent numbers in the beginning of his career and Miami years, and then to the Laker years, very low amount. Blocks, turnovers, consistently top 20, top 30. Personal fouls, very close to the bottom of the qualified players. points. Oh, pretty much top 20 for pretty much his entire career except for the last year, this last season. But yeah, next up, game totals. These are all the totals he played at home. Um, 609 wins, 215 losses, 739 winning percentage. Played in 824 games, missed 101. Durability percentage of 89.1. Started in 822 games, 30,000 minutes. 515 percentage field goal percentage. 79.34 out of 15.413. 3 pointers, 1307 out of 3689 for 354 percentage. Free throws, 4,503 out of 6,061 for 74.3%. Offensive boards, 102. Defensive rebounds, 5,143 out of 6,045 rebounds. 6,250 assists, 1,197 steals, 626 blocks, 2,795 turnovers, 1,321 personal fouls, 21,678 points, with a plus minus of 5,816 for total. Averages 37.17 minutes per game, 9.6 field goals out of 18.7 attempts for a 515 field goal percentage, 1.6 threes out of 4.5 attempts, 354 3-point percentage, 5.5 free throws out of 7.4 attempts for a 743 free throw percentage, 1.1 boards offensively, 6.2 defensive boards for a total of 7.3 rebounds, 7.6 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.8 blocks, 3.4 turnovers, 1.6 fouls, 26.3 points per game, 7.1 on a plus minus at home, with a game score of averaging 22. Next up, away games. He's played 439 wins away, 359 losses for a 550 winning percentage. That's weird. He's won a lot more at home than away, so 739 at home compared to 550 on the road. Interesting. So 798 games played, missed 126, durability percentage 864. So he's missed way more away games than home games. Interesting. Um, Started 798 games, 30,000 minutes, 8,027 field goals out of 16,089 attempts for a 499 field goal percentage. 3 pointers are 1329 out of 3876 for a 343 percentage. Free throws 4379 out of 5990 for 731. 940 offensive boards, 5,110 defensive boards, 6,050 rebounds, 5,766 assists, 1,220 steals, 559 blocks, 2,855 turnovers, 1,541 personal fouls, and 21,762 points for a plus minus of 1695. That's way lower than his home average of, not home average, his home total of 5,016 plus minus. So that's a big difference. So, yeah. Plus minus is 2.1 average, and it's a 7.1 at home. So it's a 5-point difference in plus minus. Interesting. All right, overtime games. If I can get this right, there we go. He's played in 101 overtime games. He's 60 and 41, 27-19 at home, 33 and 22 on the road. 4,557 minutes. 1,188 out of 428 field goals for 489. 211 out of 627 for 33.7 field goal 3-point percentage. 652 out of 906 free throws for 720 free throw percentage. 152 offensive boards, 795 defensive boards, 947 total rebounds, 817 assists, 166 steals, 100 blocks, 407 turnovers, 248 fouls, 3,239 points, 182 plus minus. Yeah, it's been up and down throughout his career. Yeah, get the averages of let's see, 32, 9 and 8, 1.6 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 2.5 fouls, plus minus 1.8. Game score 25.3. Ooh, that last year with the Lakers, 11.8 on a game score. But yet he got a plus minus 6. I don't know why is that. Oh, okay, he only averaged 17 points in those overtime games. Okay, I wonder why. All right, non-playoff teams. Here we go. He's played. He's won. Okay, he's played 779 games. Won 598, lost 181 for a 768 winning percentage. Home, he's 331 out of 68 losses for 83% home winning percentage. On the road, he's 267 113 for a 703 road win percentage. Durability, he's 88.9% since he's missed 97 games. Minutes played, 28,865. Field goals, 7,643 out of 14,799 for a 516 field goal percentage. Threes, he's 1299 out of 3689 for 35.2%. Free throws, 4,320 out of 5,806 for 74.4% free throw percentage. 143 offensive boards, 4,919 defensive boards, 5,762 total rebounds, 6,006 assists, 1,177 steals, 588 blocks, 2,669 turnovers, 1,256 fouls, 20,905 points with a plus minus of 6,278. So basically, he's averaging what 26, 7 and 7, consistent with the career numbers. Plus minus 8.1 versus non-playoff teams. Now non-playoff teams. Whoa, that's a big difference. Um, he's missed 130 games, played 843 games. Um, Drastically lower in terms of winning and losing percentages against playoff teams. 450 wins, 393 losses. Um, yeah, he's barely 40% winning on the road. Jeez, okay. Home is 278, 147. Road 172 and 246. 32,000 minutes. Field goal percentage of 498. 3-pointers of 345. Free throw percentage 731. Almost 1,000 offensive boards. 5,300 defensive boards. 6,300 total rebounds, 6,000 assists, 1,240 steals, so almost 600 blocks, 2,981 turnovers, 1,600 personal fouls, 22,535 points, plus minus 1233. What do you have for non-playoff teams? 6,000 on the plus minus, and then just 1,200 on playoff teams. Yeah, that's big contrast in performance against playoff teams versus non-playoff teams. So yeah. Okay, Eastern. Well, the East versus West. Eastern teams, 604 and 305 losses for almost 2/3 winning percentage, 664. Home games, he's 349 and 111. Road games, 255, 194 for a 568 percentage. He's played 909 games versus the East, missed 104 games for a durability percentage of 97. Minutes played 34,500. Field goal percentage 507, which is 89.36 out of 17,637. 3-pointers 1361 out of 4,029 for 338. Free throws 5,283 out of 7,109 for a 743. Offensive boards 1,031. Defensive boards 5,636 for 6,667 total rebounds. Assists 6,650. Steals is 1,351. Blocks 660. Turnovers 3,138. Personal fouls 1,617. 24,516 points for a plus minus 5,054. Each team averages, so basically he's doing 27 points, 7.3 boards, 7.3 assists, 1.5 steals, 3.5 turnovers, 1.8 fouls, 507 shooting. Alright, on 38 minutes. For the Western teams, he's 444 out of 269. 444 wins, 269 losses, a winning percentage of 623. Home, he's 235 and 103 for a 695 winning percentage. On the road, he's barely above 500, 167, 159 for a 512. Games played 664, missed 118. Geez, that's a big difference. 849 durability. 897. So basically, he's missed 5% more against the West than against the East. 26,000 minutes. 7,025 field goals out of 13,865 for a 507 field goal percentage. Threes, 1275 out of 3536 for a 361 percentage. Free throws, basically 3,600 out of 4,900 for a 728 percentage. 811 offensive boards, 4,600 defensive boards, 5,400 rebounds, 5,366 assists, 1,066 steals, 525 blocks, 2,500 turnovers, over 1,200 personal fouls, almost 19,000 points, plus minus 2,457. Let's see, what was his, 5,054 versus the East, and only 2,500 for the West. So basically half the plus minus with the West and with the East. So that's big difference. Game scores 23.5 with our averages of 20 half points, 8 boards, 8 assists, almost 4 turnovers. Okay, sub 500 teams. Interesting. Durability percentage against sub 500 teams is pretty high. Very rarely missed games against sub 500 teams, except towards his Laker years. Then he basically missed quite a bit. So he's 592, 175 losses, 772 winning percentage on the home, 325 and 65 on the road, 267 and 10. So 767 games played, missed 86. See how his averages are. 6,000 plus minus. That's interesting. 20,000 points against sub 500 teams. Alright, so averages 37 minutes, 515 field goal percentage, 353 3-point percentage, 739 free throws, 7.2 boards, 7.7 assists, 1.5 steals, 3.4 turnovers, 1.6 fouls, 26.8 points per game with a plus minus 8.2 with a game score of 22.6. And then over 500 teams. Ooh, that's a big difference. 858. So basically he's missed 5% of games more versus over 500 teams. And his winning percentage is much lower. 456 and 399. Yeah, all these games missed, especially during the Laker years. 17, 17, 16, 18, 15. Yeah, that's quite suspicious. Can't wait to see the breakdown, depending on how many wins the team had. Because I have a feeling it might be even more drastic. So, yeah, he's only played 85.8% of the games over 500 teams. So, yeah, missed 141. Shooting just at 50% for field goal percentage, 3-point percentage 344, free throw percentage 735, plus minus 1259. That's quite a difference. A lot of negatives in the plus minus, especially towards the Laker years and the second stint of Cleveland. His rookie year and second year were also net negatives. Interesting. Okay. Averages. He averaged 26, 8, 7, 7, 3.5 turnovers, 1.9 fouls, plus minus 1.5. Yeah, that's a big difference than his sub 500 averages. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the last season with the Lakers, he's been like really low. A lot of negatives actually for plus minus against the over 500 teams. All right, sub 30 win totals. 303 and 52 losses at home, 164 and 17 on the road, 139 and 35 games played, 355. Only missed 40 games against sub 30 win teams for a 899 durability percentage. Huh. Interesting. And quite telling. Because he seems to play more versus the weaker teams than the stronger teams. Interesting. Plus minus 3390. They can let me see the averages. Okay, averages 26.4, almost 8 assists, 7.1 boards, plus minus 9.5. Yeah, that's quite a bit against the sub 30 win teams. 36 and a half minutes per game, 528 field goal percentage, 357 3-point percentage, 743 on the free throw percentage. Okay, now 30 to 34 win teams. Again, durability percentage is 1% lower than the sub 30s. 128 and 49 overall for 723 winning percentage. Home, he's 69 and 20. On the road, 59-29 for 670 percentage. Games played 177, missed 22. Field goal percentage 502, 3-point percentage 350, free throw percentage 741. Plus minus 1352. Averages. He's doing 27, 7.7, 7.6, 1.6 steals, 0.9 blocks, 3.4 turnovers, 1.8 fouls. Game score 22.9. 35 to 40 win. Durability percentage 907. So yeah, he's definitely feasting on those weaker teams. 161 and 174 overall win record. 92 28 at home. 69-46. Missed 24 games out of played 235. So yeah, definitely enjoying those weaker teams. 506 field goal percentage, 350 on the 3-point percentage, 732 on the free throw percentage, plus minus 1500. Averages of 26.8 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.6 blocks, 3.4 turnovers, 1.7 fouls, plus minus 6.4. Game score 21.8. Yeah, he's definitely feasting on those weaker teams. See how let's see how the stronger teams, pretty much anything over 500. Okay, let's see. 41 to 44 win teams. 140 and 97. At home, he's 86 and 34. On the road, 54 and 63. Oh, okay. So he has a sub 500 winning record on the road. Games played 237, missed 34. 875 durability percentage. That's much lower than the sub 500 teams. Plus minus 890. Yeah, that's also lower than the sub 500 teams. 498 field goal percentage, 338 3-point percentage, 743 free throw percentage. Averages of 26.8, 8 and 6.9 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.7 blocks, 3.6 turnovers, 1.9 fouls, plus minus 3.8. Yeah, that's significantly lower with a game score of 21.6. Now, 45 to 49 win teams. 139 and 98 for a 586 win percentage. Yeah, that's much lower than usual. 84 and 39 at home, 55 and 59 on the road for 482. That's much lower than his 41 to 44 win opponents. Missed 41 games. Yeah, he missed more against 45 to 49 than 41 to 44. 237 games. Let's see how his plus minus is. 576. Yeah, it's getting much lower as the teams get stronger in terms of win quality. Let's check out the averages. Averages 26.9, 7.5, and 7.5. 1.5 steals, 0.7 blocks, 3.6 turnovers, 1.8 personal fouls, 2.4 in the plus minus. Interesting. 38 minutes. But yeah, it seems quite suspicious. Oops, forgot to adjust the column there. Okay. Next up, 50 to 54 win teams. 103 and 88 for 539 winning percentage. 61 and 35 at home. 42 and 53. That's even worse on the road than the previous two over 500 teams. 41 to 44 and 45 to 49 win teams is much lower. 37 missed games, played 191. Yeah, he's definitely skipping more games um, against these types of teams, against the stronger teams. See how his plus minus is overall. Plus 104. Yeah, that's a much lower than the 45 to 49 win team. Averages of 27.2, 7.8 boards, 7.3 assists, 1.4 steals, zero point 0.7 blocks, 3.4 turnovers, 1.9 fouls, plus minus of 0.5. Fascinating. 10.1 out of 20.3 field goal attempts, 498 field goal percentage, 3-point percentage of 346, free throw percentage 716, 38 minutes per game score of 21.8. Huh. His Laker years have been subpar, especially the last four. 19.5, 19.4, 15.2 on the game score. Plus minus is this last season negative 5.2. His best years were towards the latter part of his first Cleveland stint and towards the second stint at Cleveland. Other than that, it's been pretty bad. Okay, now 55 to 59 win teams. It's 51 and 64 for 443 winning percentage. Yeah, it's going much as more wins the team has, the worse LeBron gets. So yeah, 51 and 64 for 443 winning. At home, 32 and 22. On the road, 19 and 42. 115 games played, 17 games missed for a durability percentage of 871. Let's see how his plus minus is. Negative 31. Would you look at that? Pretty much anything over 55 wins, from what I can see so far, he's been bad. I wonder why. Averages. Averaging 26.3 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Field goal percentage 486, 3-point percentage 355, free throw percentage 733, 38 minutes per game. Negative 0.3 on the plus minus with a game score of 20.8. So, yeah, he's been pretty bad this last season. 15.7 on the game score. Negative 14 for plus minus against 55 to 59 win teams. Let's see how 60 to 64 win teams. 1739 overall for these 304 winning percentage. Home win 16, home losses 15, so he's one game above 500. On the road, what the hell? 1 and 24 on the road against 60 to 64 win teams. 4% road win percentage. 56 games played, missed 10. So his durability percentage of 848. Let's see how his plus minus is. Negative 183. So yeah, he's been very bad towards the latter half of his career. Averages. He's averaging 26 points, 7.3 boards, 6.2 assists, 37.5 minutes per game, 506 field goal percentage, 342 3-point percentage, 766 free throw percentage. Assist 6.2, rebound 7.3, steals 1.2, blocks 0.7, turnovers 3.6, personal fouls 1.9, plus minus of negative 3.3, game score of 20.1. Yeah, his plus minus has been pretty much negative for the latter half of his career. His best season came during the 12-13 season. Alright, now for the 65 plus win teams. Alright, he's 6 and 13 career against 65 plus win teams. He hasn't played that much against them. 5 and 5 at home, 1 and 8 on the road. He's missed 2 games against 65 plus win teams, which is pretty surprising because he's missed quite a bit against 41 to 44, and then 45 to 49, 50 to 54, 55 to 59 win teams. He's missed quite a substantial amount against those teams. Plus minus of negative 97. Let's see how his averages are. He's averaging 26 points, 7.2 boards, 6.1 assists at 38 minutes per game, slightly more than the other opponents. 461 field goal percentage, 302 3-point percentage, 715 free throw percentage, 1.5 steals, 0.9 blocks, 4.3 turnovers, 1.9 fouls, plus minus of negative 5.1. And pretty much every year, almost every year, he's faced against 65 plus win opponents. He's been in a negative in the plus minus. Also, his game scores has been atrocious, except for 3 years. 12.6, 16.3, 16.1, 17.7, 13.3. So, yeah. Okay, now for the winning differentials. When a when LeBron's team wins by 1 to 3 points, um, record is 69-11. I mean, 69 games played, 11 missed on the road. He's 66. He's played 66 games, missed 5. So he's hasn't missed quite a bit. For some reason, he's missed more home games when the game's closed than road games. Um, he's played 135 games, missed 16 total. See how plus minus is plus 492. Averages for 20 and a half, 7.7 boards and assists. 40 minutes per game when games are determined by 1 to 3 points, averaging 497 on the field goal percentage, 350 for 3 pointers, 729 for free throw percentage, plus minus 3.6, game score 22.9, steals, 0.8 blocks, 3.7 turnovers, 1.9 personal fouls. So, yeah, last couple seasons he's been in a negative and a plus minus. The team wins by 1 to 3 points. Alright, let's see. Winning by 4 to 9 points. He's played 26 games at home, 19 missed. Huh. Doesn't seem to skip those games. When the team faces opponents, then they win by 4 to 9 points. On the road, 181, missed 17. Played 387, missed 36. Durability percentage of 915. Plus minus of what? 2,908. So yeah, he's definitely feasting on the whatever teams they're facing. They win by 4 to 9 points. Game score is even higher, 24.9. 29.3 points, 7 defensive boards, 8.2 total boards, 8 assists, 1.6 steals, 0.8 blocks, 3.5 turnovers, 1.9 fouls, plus minus 7.5, 40 minutes per game, just about. Let's see. When the team wins by 10 and between 10 and 19 points. He's played 208 home games, missed 22. On the road, played 135, missed 10. So overall, he's played 343 and missed 32. So he's definitely not missing those games. Let's see, plus minus 4,839. So he's definitely padding those numbers against teams where they easily win by 10 to 19 points. Let's see how the averages are. Game score of 23, averaging 26, 7 and 7, 36.3 minutes, 53% field goal percentage, 37.2 3-point percentage, 76.5 free throw percentage. Yeah, 1.7 steals, 0.7 blocks, 3.2 turnovers. Yeah, he's definitely feasting on on teams where they could easily beat him. 14.1 on the plus minus. And then winning by 20 points or more. 126 games played, only missed 3. On the road, 57 played and missed only 6. So he's played 183 games against teams and they won by 20 or more points and only missed 9. So he's definitely not skipping those days at all. Fascinating. Plus minus of 3,764. So yeah, I think that's where he pads the numbers the most. But see when we get to the losing by different margins. We'll see how that is different. Game score of 22.3, averaging 24.5 points, 6.9 boards, 7.3 assists, 55.5 field goal percentage, 428 3-point percentage, 767 free throw percentage, 31.7 minutes per game, 0.4 steals, 0.8 blocks, 2.8 turnovers, 1.2 fouls, plus minus 20.6. Yeah, I could see where. Yeah, I see where exactly he pads his numbers. Yeah. Losses by 1 to 3 points. 44 games at home played, 7 missed, 863 durability. He's missed 12 games on the road and played 53 for 815 durability percentage. So, yeah, that's a big difference in terms of winning by 1 to 3 and losing by 1 to 3. It's basically what 7, 8 points difference in durability. So he's definitely missing way more when teams they're facing lose by 1 to 3 points. And plus minus of -110 facing those teams. So yeah, it's a big difference. Uh, Game score 21.9, averaging 28.7, 7.7, 7.5 assists, 40 minutes per game, 488 field goal percentage, 331 3-point percentage, 707 free throw percentage, 1.3 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 4.0 turnovers, 2.1 fouls, -1.1 in the plus minus. This last season was pretty bad. 13.2 game score, 16 points. That's what caught my eye just now. All right, now for 4 to 9 points. Played 83 at home, 14 on the road. No, that's not 14 on the road. He missed 14 games at home for 856 durability percentage. He played 127 on the road, missed 22. Yeah, and pretty much the majority has been during his Laker years. Durability percentage 852 on the road. Games played 213, missed 35. Durability 859. That's very low compared to the winning by 4 to 9. Let's see how his plus minus is. -872. Yeah, that's a big difference. And pretty much 6 of the 8 years he's been with the Lakers, it's been in the negatives for his plus minus against teams that they lose by 4 to 9 points. Okay, averages. Game score of 21, averaging 27.9, 7.8 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 40.27 minutes per game, averaging 48% field goal percentage, 318 3-point percentage, 719 free throw percentage, 1.3 steals, zero point 0.7 blocks, 3.8 turnovers, 2.1 personal fouls, -4.1 on the plus minus. And now 10 to 19 points difference when they lose. At home, He's played 66 games at home, missed 20. Durability of 767. So he's definitely missing games where his team gets blown out by 10 plus. Road games played 130, missed 39. So yeah, definitely missing those games, especially during the Laker years. He likes to miss those games where he knows the team's gonna lose bad. Um, Games played 186, missed 59, so 769 durability percentage. see how that plus minus is. Jeez, 2,146 negative. That's why he misses so many games because he doesn't want to get those negatives, plus minus accumulations. Let's see how averages are. Game score 17.7, averaging 23.5 points, 37.2 minutes, 46.3 field goal percentage, 308 at the 3-point percentage, 698 free throw percentage, 6.9 boards, 6.8 assists, 1.5 steals, half a block, 3.8 turnovers, 1.7 fouls, negative 10.9 on the plus minus on average. And pretty much, yeah, every year he's been in negative against teams that they lose by 10 to 19 points. No wonder he skips those games. Losses by 20 or more points. At home, he's played 20 and missed 6, so 769 durability percentage. On the road, he's played 48, missed 15, and durability 762, so he's definitely missing games. Played 68, missed 21 total, 764 on the durability percentage. And basically, it's towards the later years that he's missed a majority amount of his games. Plus minus, let's see how it is. Negative 1364. So yeah, when the team loses big, he tends to duck out. Doesn't want to face that humiliation. From what I've seen in the stats, game score 14. Yeah, that's awful. Plus minus negative 20 per game. 33 minutes, 45% field goal percentage, 268 and 3-point percentage, 735 free throw percentage, 5.9 boards, 5.1 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.6 blocks, 3.6 turnovers, 1.5 fouls. Yeah, yeah, I see why he doesn't play those games. All-Star games stats 22 started, averaging 25 minutes, 20.4 points, game score 15.8. But then again, he never takes All Star games seriously, so 5.5 boards, 5.4 assists, 2.8 turnovers. Hilarious. Alright, now playoffs. Playoffs, he's missed 4 times, lost in the first round 3 times. Conference semis, he's lost 4. Conference finals, he lost 2. 6 finals losses, and 4 times NBA champ. Overall team playoff record 188 and 114. At home 114 and 40, and on the road 74 and 74. So basically, he's very bad on the road, from what I see. All right, totals in the playoffs. He's played 302 games, not missed a single game in the playoffs. See how that plus minus is overall. 1236. Let's see how that is in the average. If you notice, like some have a gray box, that's because the player efficiency rating has not been calculated completely until Basketball Reference updates their website. It just takes a few days. Averages, game score of 23.2 with 28.2 points per game, 8.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 1.7 steals, 1 block, 3.6 turnovers, 2.2 fouls per game. plus minus 4.1, averaging 41.4 minutes per game, 49.5 field goal percentage, 332 3-point percentage, 741 free throw percentage. This last playoff run, I should say, game score 17.5, 0.4 offensive rebounds per game. So he's definitely just not hustling at all. 0.3 blocks, negative 3.6 on the plus minus, 3.8 turnovers. Yeah, that's disastrous. And then playoffs per 36 minutes. It's basically, it gets even worse because since he plays over 36 minutes per game, like in the 40s, um, the numbers actually show that he's less efficient per 36. All right. First round opponents. He's faced 19 opponents in the first round with an average seeding of 6. So the win loss records on average is 43.8, 36.4. So usually he faces teams that are 54.7% winning percentage. Let's see. Overall, 68 and 27, 40 and 10 at home, 28-17 on the road. Um, 530 plus minus. First round stat averages. His game score is 23.5, plus minus 5.7, averaging 27.9 points, 8.8 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 40.28 minutes per game, field goal percentage 509, 3-point percentage 332, and then 750 for free throw percentage. 1.6 steals, zero point 0.9 blocks, 3.6 turnovers, 2.2 fouls. This past season, he's been averaging just about his career average, but his plus minus is negative 8.2. So, yeah, it's quite bad. Uh, Semifinals, conference semifinals opponents. Average seeding of his opponents 3.5. 16 opponents that he's faced. Overall record of 51 and 29, with a winning percentage of 635. 56 and 28 overall, 33 and 10 at home, 23-18 on the road. Plus minus of 378, so that's getting lower. Let's see. This last series against the Thunder, where he got swept, negative 56 for a plus minus. Averages game score of 22.1, plus minus of 4.5. Ooh, okay. Averaging a negative 14 on the plus minus for this last series, and a 17.9 game score. Alright, so yeah, his conference semifinals averages 27.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 1.8 steals, 1 block, 3.5 turnovers, 2.1 fouls at 41.23 minutes, 47.3 field goal percentage, 315 3-point percentage, 746 free throw percentage. Now for conference finals. Average seeding 1.67 for the opponent. 12 opponents with a win record of 54.3 and 25.5 losses. Um, Plus minus of 405. See how that averages out. Game score 24.2, plus minus 6, 42.1 minutes per game, 515 field goal percentage, 339 3-point percentage, 730 free throw percentage, 8.7 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.1 blocks, 3.5 turnovers, 2.4 fouls. Last time, 4 years ago, he did a -2 on the plus minus. Who he faced? Oh, the Nuggets. Okay. Yeah, I remember that one. Alright, now for the NBA Finals. Average seeding 2.1. Uh, Faced 10 opponents. Uh, Average win loss records 59.1 and 20.4. Plus minus of -86. Figures. Finals, he's always had difficulties. Winning 22, losing 33 for a 400 winning percentage. At home, 13 and 14, sub 500, so 481. On the road, 9 and 19 for 321. Let's see. Averages game score of 23.1 with an averaging of 28.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, 7 point assists, 1.7 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 3.9 turnovers, 2.4 fouls, plus minus of -1.6. Yeah, he's been pretty bad for most of his finals appearances in terms of plus minus. Field goal percentage 484, 3-point percentage 352, free throw percentage 731. Alright, now for overall series, playoff series, he's won 42 series, lost 15 series for a 737 overall win percentage. Playoff games 188 and 114. At home 114 and 40. On the road, break even 74 and 74. Versus 35 and 40, between 35 and 40 win teams. He's won 3 series. He's won 12 games, lost one. At home 6 and 1. On the road 6-0. Versus 41 to 44 win teams. He's won 12 series, not lost. Uh, Overall games 48 and 12. At home 29 and 3. On the road 19 and 9. Versus 45 to 49 win teams, 7 and 1. The only loss coming last year. At home, he's 18 and 7. On the road, 11 and 9. Overall, 29 and 16. Versus 50 to 54 win teams. He's 9 and 2 overall series wise. Overall, 38 and 21. At home, 21 and 9. On the road, 17 and 12. Which this last one he lost to Oklahoma City Thunder. So no, scratch that. Oklahoma City Thunder was 60 and 64 win teams. the 50-54 win teams. That was Houston Rockets. So and that was without Kevin Durant. So basically, they beat a very bad team. All right, 55-59 win teams. Um, Series wise, 7-6. Overall record 35-36 against 55-59 win teams. So he's sub 500. At home 25-11, and on the road 10-25. That's pretty bad on the road. Versus 60-64 win teams. He's 2-3 series wise. Overall games 12-13. At home 6-5. On the road 6-8. So yeah, he's sub 500 when facing 60-64 win teams. And versus 65 plus win teams, he's 1-3 overall series. The only win against the 73-9 Warriors, which was very debatable. At home, he's 10-15. No, not at home. That's overall record. 10-15 overall in the finals. Home win 7, home losses 4. On the road, he's 3-11 on the road versus 65 win teams. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. The entire career of LeBron James, 23 years. From what I've noticed, he's bad on the road. He tends to skip games on the road. Also tends to skip games against better opponents that are playoff opponents. Um, Also teams that have won more than uh, 500 overall. He tends to miss those. Uh, Plays a lot of games at home, much more than on the road. Feasts on the Eastern teams. That's what I've noticed. As well as whenever they face weaker teams that they end up blowing out by 10 plus points, he plays pretty much a very large majority of the games. So overall, it's quite telling that LeBron James cherry picks a good amount of games to play and skips out on games that he knows that is going to be a struggle for him, um, or just flat out refuses to play those quality opponents. Um, Reminds me of Mayweather when he ducked out several opponents during his prime years and then waited until they got older in order to fight him. But that's pretty much pretty telling in terms of what I've seen in terms of all this raw data. Also, in regards to the MVP race, I've noticed that quite a bit of times where the MVP rankings were concerned, he's gotten one vote in years. In 3 years, he's gotten one single vote just to have him on the MVP listing. Um, Last year, he only had 16 points for MVP vote, which put him at sixth overall. But context matters. Overall, his MVP share is 416. He averages 22 and a half first place votes. Two times he was not ranked for MVP. His MVP ranking is averages about 4.5, which is which is going to be interesting comparing LeBron James to all the other top 75 players. because this project's gonna take quite a bit of time to gather all the information. I just finished with LeBron James early this morning, so um, it's gonna take a little bit of time, and then next up will be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Um, hopefully, I get that all those points put in within the next month, because this is actually just a hobby of mine, and I'll probably get to it as soon as I can. Um, but yeah, I already got work spreadsheet ready to go in order to put it to a list, and then from here I'll just compare all the top players, and then we'll see who actually is from the eye test as well as the data determine like who really actually is like the greatest of all time. Um, Even though it's subjective, because everyone has their favorites, but I'm just gonna go based upon raw data from all the sources that I've gathered information from. So huge thanks to basketballreference.com, NBA.com, ESPN.com, and Wikipedia.org for having the information available for me to gather and compile and pretty much hopefully compare all the top players all in one spot, because I have noticed that YouTube channels that do these types of comparisons, they don't go like really in depth. I wonder why, or maybe it's a time issue. I don't know, but I decided to go and actually take the time and gather all the information, put it all into one source. Hopefully, by the end of the year, I'll have the entire project done. Um, but it's going to take some time, and especially since most of these players played between 15 and 20 years, it's going to take some time to gather the information. With LeBron James, with 23 years and with his current active role, I had to wait a bit of time for the stats to finalize and gather from the different sources. Um, but yeah, just as soon as the Oklahoma City Thunder series was over, I had to, well, not had to, but it gave me the time to finish off the project early this morning. So yeah, well, it's been fun. Thank you very much for watching this break breakdown and analysis and all the good stuff, I guess. Anyways, I'll be back as soon as I am able to complete my next uh, my next player that I'm gathering information, which is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So I don't know when that will happen, but hopefully soon. I'll do another stream and then upload the video on YouTube at Jimmy with Glasses. I'll put the link in my Twitch page as well as I'll upload the video on YouTube. So thank you all once again. Have a good day, and yeah, until next time, adios.